Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I wanted to share my entire hair care routine from start to finish and show you how I style it 3 different ways. For those of you who have been asking for it recently, especially since I put up a video, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was my faves and fails video. It was the first video I filmed with my hair a little bit shorter and a little bit blonder, and oh my gosh, did you guys love the change. So thank you so much for all the comments that you left below that video telling me how great my hair looked. You know, nothing makes a girl's confidence soar like getting compliments from her friends. So thank you all my friends for all the compliments. Of course, you know, along with all the compliments also comes a fair amount of negative comments as well. So in addition to people loving the lighter color for summer, loving the slightly shorter length, a lot of people still think my hair is way too long, think it's way too blonde, think it's just way too everything for a woman my age. You know, I'm in my early 60s now. And the thing is with that is that's people giving me their opinion on how I should wear my hair, which is fine. You know, I put myself out here in a public domain and there is a comment section, and so people are going to comment. The thing is that I don't need to take it on board. I don't have to be insulted by it, but I also don't have to live by it either. I can decide how I'm going to wear my hair because as a over 60 woman, I have lived my life and I have earned the right to decide for myself how I want to wear my hair. I want everyone to feel free from the societal pressure that wants to make all older women look the same and be the same, and that you can only be accepted if you're wearing your hair short and natural without coloring it. And I don't accept that. I mean, I see women, older women now with blue hair, purple hair, short hair, long hair. You know, you can do whatever you want. You shouldn't feel the pressure to conform to anything or to choose a hairstyle from a very limited selection of what's allowed for your age group. So if you want to have short gray hair, absolutely 100% have it. If you want to have long gray hair, absolutely 100% have it. If you're not ready to let your hair go gray, absolutely 100% don't let it go gray yet. You know, just do you and do the hair that you think makes you your best self. So I'm going to continue to do me, and by all means you guys continue to do you, but I did want to circle back to those of you who like the new hair, who wanted to know how I was styling it and what I was doing. All right, so for the hair care routine, I'm just going to take it in order, starting with washing the hair. So I wash my hair about twice a week is all. My hair doesn't really get super greasy, and so twice a week is fine. Plus, I find that the shampoo and conditioner that I use keep my hair much cleaner, much longer. So the shampoo and conditioner I use are from Oribe. They are the Gold Lush shampoo and conditioner. You guys have heard me talk about this a ton this summer because it was on sale, and I love to get this on sale. And the reason I like to get it on sale is because it is so spendy. I mean, in my wildest dreams, did I ever think I was spending this much on shampoo and conditioner? I did not. I did not want to like this. But I couldn't deny the difference in my hair. I couldn't deny that this made my hair look and feel and smell and behave so much better than any other shampoo or conditioner I have ever used in my entire life. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. It has been like completely different hair in my head using this. It's shiny, it's bouncy, it has so much life, so much body, so much volume. You know, I mean, like, what a difference to be able to say about your hair. So for me, this is worth it. And I think the magic in the Oribe, there's 2 things. Number one is it's super concentrated, so you don't need to use a ton of it. I use less of these than I do of any other shampoo or conditioner that I've ever used to get the same amount of lather, the same amount of clean. I don't have to double wash my hair with this. It uses in the shampoo the gentlest surfactants, which are the detergents that actually clean your hair. And you know, my dad is a chemist and we talk a lot about the chemistry of things. And I was like, why is this so good? So I sent him the ingredient list and he was like, oh, it's because they are using the gentlest detergents that wash your hair without stripping it, without drying it out. One is called isothionates and the other one is called polyquaterniums, or quats for short. Then I started looking for those ingredients in other shampoos that I was using, and none of them had either of those ingredients, but I noticed what they all had was something called sodium C12 to 14 olefin sulfonate. And every shampoo that I had used previously that had dried out my hair all contained that sodium C12-14 olefin sulfonate. And I was like, huh. So in my mind, I made the connection between that ingredient and shampoos that are going to dry out your hair and the isothionates and polyquaterniums in being hydrating to the hair. Because that is the main difference that I see in my hair, is that even though I torture my hair with heat styling, with blow drying, with curling irons and everything else, it doesn't look or feel damaged anymore. It doesn't look or feel dry anymore. And that is the biggest difference in the ingredients in these. And I haven't looked into what's in the conditioner, but the conditioner is magical as well. And I don't use a lot of conditioner. So these will last me a good long time. If you've never used these before, a good way to dip your toe into the waters of Oribe is to get their Discovery set, because that'll have a travel size shampoo and a travel size conditioner. You can try it, see if you like it, and then if you're hooked like me, then you can dip your toe into the bigger sizes. But because they are so expensive, I went out looking for a dupe for you guys, and the closest dupe that I could find were these Verb Ghost shampoo and the Verb Ghost conditioner. So the ingredients in these are very similar to the ingredients in the Oribe. This shampoo has the isothionates, it has the polyquaterniums. This is a bigger bottle of shampoo for less than half the cost. So this is a great dupe for the Oribe. So my hair washing routine is I wash my hair once. When I put on conditioner, I start it at the bottoms and I bring it up to about here. I don't put it on the super top, and I let it sit for a few minutes while I wash my body. Then I rinse my hair, rinse my face, and then I get out of the shower. I don't use a regular hair towel. I use a microfiber towel. I feel like it absorbs more water, and it also doesn't rough up my hair shaft, and so it keeps my hair smoother. Then when I get out of the shower, I use my big tooth comb just to comb back the front section of my hair, because I use my Hair Max Laser Band 82. I use it about 3 or 4 times a week. This has these teeth in it here, so it parts your hair so that the lasers can get down to your scalp. But if you try to do it on hair that you haven't combed through, it can like pull your hair. And I want to be gentle on my hair. I don't want to lose any extra hairs that I don't need to lose. So the Hair Max Laser Band 82 is my hair growth device. A few years ago, I was struggling with menopausal hair loss. My temples were getting super thin, and you can see the difference now with how much hair has grown in there, and on both sides too. This really helped my hair to grow longer. I feel like it made my hair follicles just be so much stronger. My hair just grew longer, stronger, fuller. It started filling in my temples. So I love this. So this is a laser device. You turn it on and it's got 82 red laser lights in there. Now there are lots of other laser devices on the market. You've seen those caps. And the basic difference between those and this is that those have a combination of lasers and LED lights. The research on regrowing hair with red light therapy really is on laser lights. And so what the others will do is they'll have fewer laser lights and have more LEDs. And this has 82 lights and it's all lasers. So that's why the treatment with the caps is like half hour to 40 minutes, because they're just weaker. Because you have all that LED light instead of all the laser light, it needs to be on your head longer to give you the same result as this. The thing that I love most about this, and the thing that keeps me using it year in, year out, is that it's a 90-second treatment. That's all. I have 90 seconds. I don't have half hour to sit there with a cap on my head 3 times a week. This is another pretty spendy thing. It's in like the $850 price range, but I gotta say, those laser caps that give you less lasers and more LEDs, they're more expensive than this. They're like $1,200. So if you were going to spend your money on a laser device for regrowing your hair, if you have thinning hair from menopause, then this is the one that I recommend, because it costs less, It has better technology, it does more, and let me tell you, the build on this, the quality on this is the first one. I've been using this for 8 years. It's like as good as new. So anyway, I love that. Another thing that's much less expensive than a laser headband is that you can use minoxidil, which is the generic name for Rogaine. So these are 2 different bottles of Rogaine that I use. This one is actually in my empties. This is the liquid. There is good research showing that the combination of minoxidil with the laser lights helps to grow your hair better than with either of these treatments used alone. So I like to combine them to get that like double whammy against my thinning hair. What I find with this is that it makes my hair look really, really dirty. You're supposed to put this in every night, and I could only put it in once. My hair would look dirty and then I'd feel like I had to wash it. So I was only using it twice a week, only the night before I wash my hair. And a lot of you guys had written in and said to try the foam because it doesn't make your hair look as dirty. And my gosh, of course you guys are right. You are so smart, you know everything. And so I've just been using it like every other night, but still that's double. Okay, so back to the wet hair. So after I've done my Hair Max Laser Band 82 treatment, then I put on my leave-in hair products. The first one I use is Colleen Rothschild's Smooth and Shine Hair Serum. This is like a silicone-based frizz serum, and I love this. I've loved this for years. I love the smell of this too. I describe it as Love's Baby Soft meets patchouli oil. I can smell it right now. It smells so good. Anyway, I use about 2 pumps of this, and I apply that to the areas of my hair that do tend to get frizzy. And that tends to be like right here. This area right here on my hair is where most of the frizz happens on both sides. So I concentrate most of it there, and then I put the rest on the ends and through the back. Then the next leave-in product I use is Love Smoothing Perfector. This is a heat protectant for coarse or frizzy hair. 3 to 4 pumps of this into my fingertips, rub it around, and again, I apply most of it at the frizziest part of my hair. If I'm styling my hair like I am today and I really want the style to hold, I'll use the Bedhead Queen for a Day. This isn't a mousse, but it feels like a mousse bottle to me, and every time I spray it out, I'm always surprised that it doesn't like puff up. And I put this on from the roots all the way down to the ends to give me extra hold so that my style will last. So I put that in, and then I comb my hair once I've got all those in, because they really help to make it slippery. If I try to comb my hair before I put in the leave-in products, oh, I'm losing a lot of hair. And so I either use this wide tooth comb to comb my hair. This really goes through nice and easily. But I recently got this wet brush. It just goes right through and gets all the tangles out, and you don't even feel like you have any tangles in your hair at all. So this is great, especially if you have like kids or grandkids and you need to brush out their hair when it's wet and it's tangled. Try this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. All the products will be listed in the info box below the video if you're interested in picking anything up. So once my hair is all combed, I just kind of fluff it up a little bit. I dig my fingers in at the roots and give it a little tousle just so it's not laying super flat to my head, and then it's time to blow out my hair. The blow dryer that I use is the Dyson Airwrap. The first time I used this, I was really testing it for the Airwrap technology, which I'm still not a fan of, but I am still a fan of their blow dryer technology. There's something about Dyson and the velocity that it pushes the air out. It cuts your drying time in half. And with all this hair, I need to have my drying time cut down, because otherwise it used to just take me at least a half an hour to dry my hair. Now with the Dyson, my hair is dry in 10 minutes flat, and I love this. So this is the rough blowout attachment. I try to blow the hair down the shaft so that it doesn't ruffle up the cuticle of the hair and make it frizzy. And I just kind of go around my head, shaking my hair out. Sometimes I comb it, sometimes I brush it with the wet brush, sometimes I just use my fingers to kind of finger scrunch it, whatever. When it's about 80% dry, I switch it over to the paddle brush attachment. And this is my favorite part of the Dyson Airwrap. This is how I get my hair to be really smooth and really sleek in the blowout process. So I take this and I pretty much just use it to kind of brush through my hair, but all my cowlicks are around my face and like right above my ears, and my hair can be very lumpy and weird in those areas, and I just like to pretty much erase them, and this helps me to do it. I have the heat on high and I put the air on high, and brushing it through and really holding the hair tight against this and getting a little bit of tension between the hair so that it's really pressing against that, really getting heated. That's how I can get the cowlicks to lie smooth. So I love this attachment. This is like the perfect hairdryer thing for me. I have tried many, many times to use a regular blow dryer and a round brush. I just can't do it. I don't have the, I guess, right-left brain thing to be able to work two hands at the same time. This is what works for me. And you know, that's the thing. You got to use what works for you. Then after I'm finished with this attachment, I pop that one off. Then I grab the round brush and I'll use that just to curl my bangs. I'll use that to curl the ends. I'll wrap the hair around it and then I'll just keep wrapping up until I get close to my scalp. I'll hold it there for a couple of seconds. As I'm pulling it down, I'll unwrap it, and then when I get the hair about halfway out of it, then I take the whole thing and I kind of give it a little twist backwards, and then I let it out, and that really curls the ends nicely and gives me a really nice look to my blowout where my hair isn't completely like smooth and sleek. It's got a little bit of a wave to it and a little bit of movement. And here's the finished result when I do my full blowout with the Dyson. Now, of course, there are less expensive products. There's a Shark version of it. I have the Shark. I just really don't love the thing. It does have kind of the same attachments and everything, but for me, the Dyson is better. There's a T3 blowout brush that you can get. That's pretty good. Or there is the Revlon. If your price point is like $55, the Revlon One Step is excellent. So many people I know use it and love it. For me, it just wasn't a fave because I really rely on this paddle brush because I'm not looking for huge volume. If you want more volume, the Revlon One Step is going to be for you because the round brush on the Dyson is pretty small. I think it's only an inch, inch and a half. But on the Revlon One Step, it's much bigger. And so you can get that C shape and you can get that more volume. It's a really great product for much, much less than the Dyson. For this hairstyle, usually I would just give it a spritz to finish it off with the Orbe Dry Texturizing Spray. This is a very, very light hold hairspray. It would just give it a little extra texture and a little bit of hold. I'm not going to spray it in there now just because I am going to show you how to get the style from the Faves and Fails video a couple of weeks ago. I think of this style as a little bit more polished, a little bit more professional, a little bit more put together than just a plain blowout. And to achieve that style, I use a different hot tool. This is a new one to me, but oh my gosh, do I love this thing. This is my Wavy Talk hot curling brush. And what I love about this is that it doesn't blow air from the inside out. You know, I love my Dyson and I love using the round brush with it, but I can't get the same sleek, smooth effect because the air is blowing from the inside of the Dyson to the outside. And so it's always blowing some of your hair away from the brush. So this is a really great tool. I really love it. It's got 2 heat settings and it's got this part up here that you can touch it that doesn't get hot. Although I gotta say that when it's been on for a little bit of a while, this does get a little bit hot, especially like down here where it touches the metal. Up here, it doesn't ever get too hot. So with this, all I have to do is just roll my hair in it and just hold it. I got this earlier in the summer and I love it because when I've styled my hair and then I go outside to say walk my dogs and my hair frizzes up, I can hit it with this and I can get all the frizz out and make it back into a really nice looking hairstyle in a matter of minutes. And I have a little video of going from super frizzy to going to super sleek with this. It really helps to brush it through the hair once or twice to get any tangles out before you try to wrap it. I find that it does pull the hair a little bit more if you just try to wrap it and then run it through if you haven't brushed through it once first. But for today's hairstyle, I'm going to use this in sort of the similar way that I use the Dyson. To do my bangs, I roll it backwards away from my face right at the hairline because I don't like to create a lot of uplift in the front. But then when I want my bangs to flip backwards, then I take the ends and I roll them under. Okay, so I actually do 2 ways. And for the rest of my hair, I just take little sections. I put the brush behind the hair, I wrap it around once, I pull it through to the ends so that the ends of the hair are getting caught in the bristles, then I roll it all the way up, and then just like I did with the Dyson, I roll it halfway out, and then I just give the whole thing a little twist, and that gives me a really pretty curl at the end, but without being like just a flip or just a flip under, which obviously you could do, but I kind of like this more of a spiral curl at the end that I can get with it. But you can use this so many different ways. You can use it to get volume at the crown. You can use it just to smooth your hair and straighten it. You can use it to get a flip under. If you have like a bob, you could use it to get a flip out. You can do so many things with this. It's a great tool, very inexpensive, and I've been loving it ever since I got it. And here's the finished result. To finish that style, I would give that a spritz with a different hairspray. For this, I would use the Kristen S workable hairspray. It's very lightweight, but it does hold the hair pretty well, but it doesn't make my hair feel sticky. But I'm not gonna put it in now because I am gonna show you the third way that I style my hair, which is the beachy waves. So this is the way I like my hair the best. I definitely am a beachy waves kind of girl. You know, I consider myself like a California girl who's trapped on the East Coast. Always have. So to get my beachy waves, I use a curling wand and I use the beach waver. What I like about this is that you just hold it upright. And this is a spinning curling wand and it spins in both directions. It has 3 heat settings. It's very simple to use. It has a tiny little clamp at the bottom here. So you just like clamp the bottom of your hair in and then you just press one of these little buttons and then it spins your hair up into it. Because I have thin, fine hair, the clamp will leave a dent in my hair. So what I have to do is I have to grab the end of the hair, press on the clamp to release it so it doesn't leave a dent in my hair. Then I hold it for a few seconds, I pull it out. This curling iron is so effective and the curls are definitely like spiral curls with this, which I like, but not for the beachy wave look. For the beachy wave look, I definitely like it to be a little bit more relaxed. So when I release the hair from the curling iron, I usually will just either pull on it a little bit or run my fingers through it a little bit or shake it out a little bit just to let it cool down a little bit and to flatten the curl so it's not quite such a spiral. I want it to be more of like a little wave. So I do that all the way around my head and I do bigger sections underneath of my darker hair and then I do smaller sections of my top blonde hair so that they have the most dimension to them. The bigger of a section you use, the more uniform your curls will be. If you take smaller sections and start some higher and start some lower, then you get more random feel. Then I just take my little front bangs, roll them in quickly, lift the clamp so it doesn't make a dent, and then pull it out really quickly and just pull on those so that they're not super curled right at my face. Here is the finished look of the beachy look, and I love this hairstyle too. So those are the 3 ways that I will generally style my hair if I'm wearing it down. And then the last products that I need to share are my Grey Root touch-up products. Now, I just had my hair colored a few weeks ago, so I have no gray roots yet, and I'm so psyched about that. I'm telling you, the 2 best weeks out of every 6 to 8 weeks are right after I get my hair colored and I don't have this much gray root to cover up. But usually I do. And so the 2 products that I love for covering up my gray roots are both from EverPro Gray Away. One is the Gray Away Root Touch-Up Quick Stick and the other is the Instant Root Cover-Up. Now, this one I use when my roots get ginormous and this just can't cover them or is going to take too long to cover them. And this is just a quick spray. So you just like spray it there and it covers your roots really quickly. The shade I wear it in is light brown, but this is really the one that I love the most. And I have the quick stick in lightest brown. So this is just kind of like a little crayon stick. And this is great when my roots are tiny and they just need a little tiny cover up. I can just go in and color them. Also, if my hair doesn't have enough dimension in it, I can also use this to kind of add some dimension or to help it look a little bit more grown out. So this is really handy for me. So you kind of color it on with this end, and then in this end, it has like a little smudger stick so you can smudge it, and those are awesome and I really love those. Ooh, the other thing that I forgot to bring up here is the thing that Justin recommended, the Topics hair fibers. If you have thinning hair and you have scalp showing through and you're also trying to cover up your gray roots, Justin Hickox, who I had on my channel in this video a couple weeks ago, and if you missed this video, oh my gosh, this was all about thinning hair and what you can do about it, and it was chock full of really great tips from a professional hair stylist and also from me based on my personal experiences. But he recommended the Topics spray, and it's hair fibers, but they come in different colors. And you can spray them on and it will disguise like, you know, you're spreading part, and it will fill in, and it will also kind of cover up your gray. I find that it doesn't really cover up your gray that well. It's definitely going to leave some of your gray showing. It's not as, you know, dense or as solid of gray coverage, but since they are fibers, they can help to make your hair look thicker, and it's just a really nice product that Justin swears by. All right, so that's it for today. That's my entire hair care routine plus how I style it. All the products are linked in the description box below the video. So if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful and informative, go ahead and give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.